Yeah. Solid Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep, go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laps in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar.
My fault, peoples. Caught myself having a little snacky snap. My bad. What's going on? What's going on, peoples? Here we are. It's Thursday. Final night for this week, at least, of the I.O.W. Sports Late Night Owl Edition show. I'm your boy, Wild Kamar. And, hey, appreciate everybody tapping in with your boy. I'm just over here getting situated. You know, I like to vibe out. Aromatherapy, y'all. Aromatherapy is great. Get you some nice candles. It joins that little manly scent to it. You know, smell like pine forest. Like some cologne that I would rock. So, aromatherapy. But hey, let's get into it. Because we're here to talk sports, right? We are here to talk sports. And we're going to talk some sports. As you see the headlines, you know, I ran across a clip from ESPN First Take, and they had a very interesting question that I think we should dive in a little bit more on. They asked which QB you trust the most to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. So we'll dive into that. And I got a pick of a team that I think is going to be a sleeper team. One of those teams that, you know, could go from zero to hero. Turn it around from 2023 and actually see some playoff success, or at least a playoff appearance this year in 2024. So we'll talk about that team. But I want to start right here. It's which coaches that you believe are on the hot seat coming into this year. All right. So I made a list of 5 coaches that I believe should be on the hot seat. And, you know, we're not praying downfall on them. We don't want them to, you know, lose your jobs. They got families, they got responsibilities, bills, and all that stuff. I'm just saying that NFL is a business, and every year it happens. There's a rotation of coaches that get fired, they get pushed out the league, and they either get a second turn somewhere else, or they take some time off and they resurface. So here's my top 5 list of who I believe of coaches that should be on the hot seat, and they need to make sure that they have success this year, right now, to save their damn job. We're going to start with number 5, all right? Dennis Allen, the New Orleans Saints. Yep. To me, I think that's self-explanatory on why Dennis Allen should be on the hot seat. Rod, what's going on? Hey man, y'all shout out my man Rod Uncensored Network. Y'all tap in with his YouTube channel. Is right there. It's the same name. Type it in. My guy is doing a lot of content. He's doing his stand-up comedy. Tap in with my guy Rod Uncensored. Me and him collab on Mondays, and we do some content work. But tap in with my guy. All right, love that dude. Much love. No Diddy, Rod. But you know, Dan, I'm man enough to say I got love for you, dog. Because I respect what you do. You 10 toes down on everything you do. I respect that. So y'all tap in with my man Rod Uncensored. Let's get back to this list. Number 5, Dennis Allen of the New Orleans Saints to be the coach that's on the hot seat. And people probably not, well, Mar, why would you have him on the hot seat? Let me get my mic work. All right, we back. Why would you have him on the hot seat? Well, I'll tell you why. Because this dude is coaching a team that's possibly in the worst division of all of football. He's in the NFC South. We're talking about the Buccaneers, talking about the Saints, Panthers, Falcons. And that team that division has not been good. You're going to say, well, Mar, he went 9-8 last year. He's over 500, 7-10 his first year as head coach. Okay, well, let me say this. The guy was part of the staff with Sean Payton that had 15 years. For the most part, they had some down years. You know, there's a 3-year stretch where they went 7-9. You know, a couple of 7-9 seasons in there. They got other than that, they got an 8-8 season. And other seasons, you know, they're getting double-digit wins. My man, Italy Jet. Shout out my man, Italy Jet. Y'all tap in with his content. Happy birthday, my brother. The reason why I got Dennis Allen as number 5 is because I know it's only 2 years. He's going in his 3rd year as head coach. But how the hell can you not win the NFC South? Your defense is legit. Y'all make the moves to get defense, but here's the problem, y'all. I don't know what's up with your offense. Can't find a quarterback. Don't sit here and try to sell me that Derek Carr is the quarterback that's going to get y'all to win in the division. He should. He should. Line up that division. Bryce Young, 2nd year. He's on a bad team. Horrible team. Panthers are trash. That offensive line couldn't protect nothing. Talking about Swiss cheese? That's what that offensive line looks like. I don't know why you can't sweep them. You got the Falcons, huh? You know, they're all right. They're all right. I'll go more in depth on the Falcons a little bit later in the show, but you know, for the most part, they're a middle of the road team. Middle of the road team. Buccaneers won the division last year. They're a middle of the road team. This division of the NFC South is not tough. It is not competitive. You make a couple of transactions, you actually get some good coaching. Why couldn't you not win that division? You go 9-8 last year and you missed the playoffs. You shouldn't have missed the playoffs with 9-8 coming out of that division. 9-8 should damn near secure the NFC South. You couldn't do it. And hasn't been able to do it in the last 2 years. The NFC South has been the same for almost the last 4 or 5 years. It's down in the dumps. And you can't win that division? What are we doing down there in New Orleans? I know a couple of New Orleans Saints fans. They're not happy with what's going on. They're not fans of what's going on. Absolutely not. They're not fans of what's going on. Why? They should be dominating the NFC South. It is not a tough division. Hell, what's that team? Bishop Sycamore, the fake team. They could probably run in the NFC South. I'm being facetious, but that's how bad the division is. It's not great. All right? If you can't put a team together to beat a very sloppy team in Carolina, two middle of the road teams in the Falcons and the Buccaneers. What are you doing here? There's no way that New Orleans Saints are happy with what's going on with Dennis Allen when you had almost 15 years of majority of times having success with Sean Payton, and he was part of that coaching staff. So he should at least got some kind of tricks of the trade of knowing how to win that division. At least 3/4 of Sean Payton's tenure there, he owned that division. You didn't get no type of blueprint, no type of you didn't pay attention to what's going on how to win that division. I don't know what Dennis Allen is doing. He's not the greatest of decision makers when it comes to clock management, play calling, hiring the right staff, having I know they have a general manager, but damn it, you need to make sure that you got that relationship with your general manager that, hey man, let's make sure that we get the right pieces, that I make sure that I can put a competent team together. Just saying. I would definitely think about possibly moving on from Dennis Allen if they can at least win the division. That's the biggest thing. I'm not putting high expectations on it. I'm not saying make the playoffs or go to the Super Bowl. No. I think I'm asking the minimum, which is win the division. The NFC South. It ain't tough. That's all I'm asking. And that's as far as my expectations should go. But he ain't been able to do it. So he's on the hot seat list for me. I got Dennis Allen there. All right. So my man Ballin' Bud is sports and entertainment. That's my man Omar. He said, I mean, the Bensons are clearly out of touch. Yeah, that's fair. That is true. I can rock with you on that statement for sure. But I'm not going to absolve Dennis Allen for having not being able to win one of the most patty cake divisions in all of football. I still can't absolve him from that. All right. Number 4, my number 4 coach, who I believe should be on the hot seat, is Robert Saleh from the New York Jets. I have him on the hot seat is because now you're going into year 4. All right. And here's my thing. If you look at the history of recent, I'm going to go recent history. All right. I'm going to go recent history. They gave Todd Bowles 4 years. He at least had one winning season out of his 4 seasons. Had a 10-6 season. All right. So with Robert Saleh going into his 4th year, this is what the Jets have done: 4-13, 7-10, 7-10. 0 for 3. 0 for 3 is winning seasons. 0 for 3. All right. He has not one winning season with the Jets. And the crazy thing about the Jets, oh man, hey, throw them boys on Hard Knocks. Okay, there comes some pressure, there's some attention, all right, let's make sure you come through with something. Oh man, we got this fantastic defense, man, one of the best in the league. Okay. Can they score? Can they score? You can have the best defense in the world, but 7-10, 7-10, 4-13. What we doing with that fantastic defense? You're definitely wasting it. You're definitely wasting it. So every year we keep hearing this, especially the last 2 years since they got Aaron Rodgers. We keep hearing all this hoopla, Jets, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, man, we're going to get the East. We're going to make some noise in the playoffs. Okay, when are you going to do it? Like, Omar, they're hurt. Aaron Rodgers only played 4 plays. You know, I ain't trying to hear those excuses. This same time, the last 2 years, this year and last year, we keep hearing all the Jets hoopla. Oh man, Aaron Rodgers, they're gonna contend for the AFC East. They're gonna contend as one of the better teams in the AFC. Okay. When are we gonna put action to words? Huh? I keep hearing all this talk. Robert Saleh is a player's coach. He's changing the culture. They love him. They're gonna play hard for him. 4-13 is playing hard for your coach. 2 consecutive seasons of 7-10 is playing hard for your coach. They love him. I mean, that's a weird way to show you love your coach, huh? Don't get me wrong. He's doing his job as a defensive head coach. He was a defensive coordinator in San Francisco. The problem ain't the defense. We get that. We understand that. But you're lacking on offense and you're lacking on durability. I mean, this is a gladiator sport. How many times are we gonna keep just making up the excuse that we can't stay healthy? Blah 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 blah. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. You ain't got not a winning record as a Jets head coach, and they don't hold on to coaches too long. They gave Todd Bowles 4 years. At least he had at least a winning season in there. Adam Gates got 2. Well, he deserved that. He shouldn't even got that job. Let's be frank. Look at the history. In the recent history, you're giving 4 to at least minimum of 4 years to get it right. The leash is going to start getting tight. Robert Saleh, you are in a very sports crazed city of New York, where even the sports media is very critical and their words carry a lot of weight. And then add on the crazed fans of the New York Jets. Add that on. Problem is Woodward Johnson, Woody. I'm glad you didn't put Woody's Johnson. That'd have been a huge pause moment, Omar. But hey, look, the ownership, I get it. Can be questionable. That's fair. But as the job as a head coach is to make sure that you win. We keep getting all this hoopla. Just keep LOSE, losing. You know, I like that quick little chant I just made up off the top of my dome. But come on, man. How much more of hot air breath and talk and false promises from the Jets we gonna keep getting that they are gonna contend in the AFC, let alone the division? I would like to see them compete, but Robert Saleh ain't got the job done yet. That's just facts. There's not a one winning season under his tenure. Point blank, period. And let them boys go another 7-10 this year and say Aaron Rodgers plays majority of the season. What am I keeping you around for? If I keep getting nothing but hoopla and less than 500 winning seasons. Under 500 seasons, year in and year out. You got 3 in a row right now. You might as well go for the gusto. Go for 4. Go ahead. And go ahead and look. You'll get a job, Robert Saleh. You're a great defensive coordinator. There'll be a D coordinator job waiting for you. There's a great D coordinator job that'll be waiting for you. Before I go to sleep, did RG3 get fired from ESPN? Hey, man, don't come on my show with this mess. He did get fired. I don't know if it was a croissant pick that got him out. But I understand if you fired him for the croissant pick. He was wilding. You don't let nobody get you caught in a picture like that. And I know the other side, his wife was there. Cool. Let her take those kind of pictures. Not you. Not you. But yeah, I'm going Robert Salah, number 4. Let's move on. Number 3, Sean McDermott of the Buffalo Bills. I get it. He's been the coach since 2017. I get it. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of his 7 seasons. He's had a over 500 record. The last 5, double-digit wins. Obviously, lost in the wild card. Lost a AFC Championship. Division losses. And I know what you guys is going to say. Oh well, Mari, he's taking the Buffalo Bills and he's got them boys, winning the AFC East. That's fine. I get it. But when you keep knocking at the door of the Super Bowl year in and year out, a lot of these so-called experts always say, man, Buffalo Bills, they're going to be the ones to dethrone the Chiefs. Shout out Man Down Sports. My man Mel, y'all tap in with their content, going over to their YouTube channel. Mel and the crew. He got a whole crew over there. They be putting on great content. Full Panel Friday. Tap in with them. Great people. But Sean McDermott he's given Buffalo Bills fans all that hype and excitement year in and year out. And the proof is in the pudding. He's winning. He has over 500 seasons, 5 years in a row. I get that. But since they lost that conference championship, you've been hitting a glass ceiling with Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills. Been hitting the ceiling. Can't get past that divisional round now. Just can't do it. Just when you thought that you were supposed to be the Chiefs competition, that goes out the window. You can't beat them in the playoffs. And then when you don't see the Chiefs, the Cincinnati Bengals get you. And I get it. 10 wins, 13 wins, 11 wins, 13 wins, 11 wins, 5 years in a row. That looks good on the resume. You'll get another shot. But what I'm saying is this team, the Buffalo Bills, has hitting a glass ceiling. And unfortunately, in my opinion, this upcoming season in 2024, I think they take a step back. The other day when me and Omar were talking about is the Super Bowl window closed? Hell yeah, it's closed. Their Super Bowl window is closed. As of right now, one of their better linebackers, Matt Milano, hurt. I don't know when he's coming back. A.J. Klein, the other linebacker, retired. Edmonds left about a year ago, went to Chicago. Didn't re-sign him. Gave Von Miller a whole bunch of money for an old busted down pass rusher whose knees and Achilles and ACLs is about one juke move from popping again like popcorn. Safeties, old as hell. Come on. Defense, old as hell. Slow. Like, come on. Yeah, Jordan Poyer, gone. Stephon Diggs, one of the most dynamic receivers. I talked about his numbers that he's done for the Buffalo Bills for 4 years in a row. This man has got 5,000 receiving yards and about 38 touchdowns and damn near 450 receptions. Who's replacing that? Who's replacing that production? You can miss me with that. Oh, well, he's gone. Whatever. We ain't going to miss him. You can miss me with that. You don't think them numbers from Josh Allen is about to go down this year? Well, we rocking with Curtis Samuel? Come on, man. Stop playing with me. Khalif Shakur? Come on. I told y'all the other night, only Shakur I believe in is Tupac Shakur. Come with me. Yo, Mary. Buffalo Bills, it ain't it no more. They've lost key pieces. Lost your starting center, Mitch Morse. He's gone. And he was probably one of the better centers in the league. Gone. Didn't re-sign him. Couldn't afford him, really, because you're giving a whole bunch of money to busted down pass rushers like Von Miller. I love Von Miller. Love his game. I loved his game 5-6 years ago. And not this shell of himself, Von Miller now, who's getting older, along with the old farts. Matter of fact, they got a damn retirement home over there. They got a senior citizen home playing defense over there. When majority of your players is 30 and up, come on, man, stop playing with me. This is a young man's game. They ain't getting no younger. Where's it at? Sean McDermott, hey, you didn't win it when you had all this talent. So how the hell I'm gonna expect you to be a winning coach when your team is going backwards? Damn all the wins, I get it. But what you got to show for it? I really need to have a Buffalo Bills fan explain this to me. Which one is worse? All this hoopla that the Bills been getting the last 5 years coming up short, or going to 4 straight Super Bowls and losing them? I'm dying to get an answer from any Buffalo Bills fan to explain to me which one is worse. Either way, you're getting let down. Either way, you ain't getting the job done. Sean McDermott can't even get to the Super Bowl. But yet, them experts always calling for the Buffalo Bills to come out the AFC and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. Come on now. Sean McDermott, you my number 3 coach on the coach's hot seat list. That seat gotta be hot, burning. Cheeks is getting scarred. Charred, but pause. You definitely number 3 on my list. Number 2 coach that I think is on the hot seat for this year. And this one it should be no surprise. It should be no surprise who my number 2 coach is. That's right, Mike McCarthy, Dallas Cowboys. This one is probably the most self-explanatory one of all of them. Because, damn it, we can't keep, real football fans and who ain't Cowboys fans know that y'all should have never hired this man. Let's be honest about the Cowboys coaching position in a whole. And it's not Mike McCarthy's fault. We know what the meddler is, the owner. The meddler. I call him the meddler. He meddles in everything. He doesn't, he's a helicopter owner. He's all in the videos, all in the press conferences. If you want to come be mediocre and rich, come on down to Dallas. We know what Jerry Jones is. Great marketing guy, business savvy, the richest owner in all of NFL, the most highest value team in all of NFL. Yeah, we get that. I got it. We can be honest about the whole coaching seat with Dallas Cowboys. That it's pretty much, just don't suck too bad. We'll pay you handsomely. We understand what that job is. But Mike McCarthy going into his 5th year, to me is almost just as bad as Sean McDermott. Yeah, no diddy. He's just, I think he's just as bad as Sean McDermott. The Buffalo Bills and the Cowboys, I think, mirror each other. Great rosters that the Cowboys has had. Mike McCarthy has great rosters. But here's my thing with Mike McCarthy. You got in the Super Bowl a long time ago, 2010, with Aaron Rodgers. But you came up short a lot of times after that with Aaron Rodgers in his prime. A coach that can't win multiple Super Bowls with Aaron Rodgers in his prime should tell you something. Maybe that Super Bowl, I'm not going to say it's a fluke. Maybe them boys won that in spite of Mike McCarthy. Shit went south real quick after that Super Bowl, didn't it? Yeah, Mike McCarthy hung around, but he had some talented teams in Green Bay. He comes to Dallas. Talented teams. Go 6-10 this first season. All right, they didn't like that, but they'll let you rock. It's your first year. We'll give you a little rope, give you a little leeway. A wild card loss, divisional loss, wild card loss, and especially the way that you lost to your former team last year in the playoffs. Ooh. With the talent that you've had on both sides of the football, why can't you break through? Why can't you have multiple division crowns? You haven't had no back-to-back wins in that division. You don't have a lot of playoff victories with the Cowboys. You got a lot of coming up short. You got a lot of let's keep falling in this money and keep bamboozling these delusional Cowboys fans. Let's keep the money flowing. But you ain't gonna win nothing. Ain't gonna win a damn thing. So what do I need you for? I can probably find a coach that probably costs a lot cheaper than what you are. Ain't gotta bust the wallet wide open to keep you on the payroll. And I'll get the same result from a coach with the roster to get you 10, 11 wins, playoff appearance, first or second round exit. I can get anybody to do that. What I need you for? Now, McCarthy is starting to look like a coach that just can't get the job done with great rosters. Look like it's starting to repeat himself in Green Bay, minus the Super Bowl. So what do I need you around for? Huh? I can go get Jason Garrett again and just be a mediocre coach again. Jason Garrett hung around for almost 10 years doing mediocre shit. Every now and then have a playoff appearance. That's what Mike McCarthy is doing. Let me go get the puppeteer for that head coaching job. Why I got no. Mike McCarthy and Sean McDermott is in the same thing. Don't try to keep having 12-win seasons 2 years in a row and act like that's just okay. There's no way that Cowboys fans are happy with 12 wins with nothing to show for it. Just like Bills fans ain't happy with double-digit wins with nothing to show for it. Huh? 3 Super Bowls back in the 90s been collecting dust for a long-ass time. Ain't getting no visitors no time soon. No added trophies no time soon. Damn sure ain't getting with Mike McCarthy. If he couldn't get multiple Super Bowl wins out of Aaron Rodgers, there's no way he's going to get even one out of that. They're not even on the same level. Not even close. Mike McCarthy got to be on the hot seat. Boy, hot in the ass. Pause. Damn sure right there. And my number one coach, who I believe is on the hot seat, Philadelphia Eagles head coach, Nick Sirianni. 9-win season, 14-win season, 11-win season. Looks good, right? 3 straight playoff appearances, right? Looks good, right? Lost in the wild card twice. Last year, 2 years ago. Lost in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs in 2022, a couple of years ago. Omar, he's winning. He's always in the playoffs. Okay. Cool. If it was just the goal to just get to the playoffs for an NFL team like the Eagles, then that would be okay. That would be okay. But there's too much noise coming out this offseason about him having beef or not getting along with their starting quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Oh, well, Mar, you ain't always got to like each other to work together. Okay, I get that. But you better win. You can have all the beef and hatred towards each other, but I'm talking about I'm not talking about 11 wins, 14 wins, 9 wins, and always in the playoffs. No. I'm talking about you got to win the Super Bowl. We're talking about the same organization that gave Doug Peterson 5 years. Sirianni is going into his 4th year. Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl. 3 years later, they canned his ass. Because he's starting after a Super Bowl win, you go mediocre 9-7, and then you shit the bed on 4-11-1. And if you think the fact that there's a lot of rumbles that the players are not liking Sirianni when it comes to his play calling, and I believe it's true. I got a lot of Eagles fans, some that make a lot of great content. They are not fans of the play calling that Sirianni does. They think it's so vanilla. They think it's so easy to defeat him because he's pretty much using the same playbook on Madden. And it's so easy to read. No creativity, no this, no that, nothing. So don't try to sit here and try to tell me, especially in another sports crazy city like Philly, just like New York, when them fans get done with you, they are done with you. They will call into every sports radio and they will tell every sports radio guy, get rid of this bum. We don't care about the consecutive playoff appearances, double-digit wins. There's a Super Bowl appearance. You ain't winning the big one. What makes you think that you I hope Nick Sirianni don't think that he's safe. Again, Doug Peterson wins a Super Bowl. 3 years later, they said adios. Don't act like you're safe. He's a real arrogant son of a gun, too. He is. He arrogant as hell. And the fact that you're not getting along with your most important player, come on, man. You don't think that matters? You know, from a lot of things of what I've been gathering, he's over here, you know, making with the stupid play callers, putting Jalen Hurts in more dangerous situations when he's already hurt. Going full tilt. Trying to play for his dogs. Trying to play for his homies on the team. But he's getting no help from his coach. Come on now. You can't fool me with these Super Bowl appearances and wild card losses as if that's the only thing that's going to keep you safe. Hell, a Super Bowl victory didn't keep Doug Peterson safe. Wait till them Eagles fans, if them boys go, they start being straight cheeks this year. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh man. Wait till them Eagles fans get a hold of anything related to the Eagles and Sirianni's job security on sports radio. Oh man. Oh man. They're gonna be on your boy's head. Absolutely on your boy's head. Like, come on now. I honestly think Sirianni's overrated. From what I gather, he's not the most liked guy in the room. And to be honest, I think there's a lot of experts that kind of are starting to feel that he might be on the hot seat just like me. That's how I feel. I think there's some experts that you see on your everyday channels that are starting to, you know, whether they are hearing some rumblings from people they know on the inside, or they just know football enough that this dude ain't gonna last too much longer. Matter of fact, I got a clip right here. Let's listen to what Louis Riddick, who I trust and admire, had to say.
Teams sometimes fall off a cliff. Very rarely does it look as bad as it looked in Philly last year. It looked like a team that on some level had kind of given up, and that's something we very rarely see. And then they changed the coordinators. And then the story that came out last week from Jeremy and Tim, you know, about all of the dysfunction there and the relationship with him and Jalen, it does feel like Nick Sirianni has a lot of heat on him.
Yeah, he does. He has to manage a bunch of different things, both before they even get down to the practice field or to the game field. And, you know, and once he does get down there, look, all the changes that were made on that coaching staff last year, But do you really think that Nick Sirianni is doing all this on his own? So he's trying to manage that and keep it together and develop relationships, maybe with people that weren't his first choice to be in there in the first place. So when that goes awry, yeah, the spotlight gets put on him. But understand, there's a lot more to it than just that. Then you're trying to manage relationships on the field with high-powered, high-profile, highly paid individuals on the field. That sometimes it doesn't always just go the way you think it should go. These guys are not robots. And so what happens in that kind of situation? The wheels can come off. And when they do, I mean, what's the foundation that he can lean on? I mean, where does he fall back on? So I think this year he probably needs to really reset and recalibrate and think, okay, look, Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore. If I'm him, that's where I'm starting. I'm starting with those two guys and saying, hey, look, we got to be in this thing together. We got to make sure that we are rock solid in terms of the way we're coaching offense and defense. And he has to make sure his relationship with Jalen Hurts, who obviously is the focal point of this franchise, is as functional as it can be. Because, look, I agree with Hawk. I agree. He's on the hot seat because there are so many other things he has to deal with in Philadelphia besides just coaching a talented football team.
Pressure's on. He either creates diamond or pipes getting busted. Pause. But in all seriousness, I mean, come on. We can't dysfunction, especially with your starting quarterback. If your starting quarterback don't trust you, why should all those other 52 guys that's going to make the roster trust you? You know what happens when players don't trust their head coach? They quit on them. You know what happens when players quit on their coach? A lot of losing happens. You know what happens when a football team does a lot of losing? Coaches get fired. You know what coach is the first coach to go? Ding, ding, ding. The head coach. Come on, Nick Sirianni. You got a lot of work to do, Pimp. You got some work to do. That's why you number one on this list. You got a lot of stuff going against you right now, and they don't give a damn about that Super Bowl appearance 2 years ago. They don't care about them 2 wild card appearances. They don't care about a division win, crowning the NFC East a couple of years ago. They don't care. Again, 3 years later, after a Super Bowl victory, Doug Peterson was out of there because almost the same thing was happening with him. They started losing. They went backwards. Don't be surprised if the Eagles go backwards a little bit this year. I wouldn't be surprised. Over there beefing with your starting quarterback? Come on. Terrible play calling? You asking to get fired. So there it is. My top 5 coaches who I believe are on the hot seat this year. I had number 5, Dennis Allen, the New Orleans Saints. I got Robert Saleh, number 4, New York Jets. Number 3, Sean McDermott, Buffalo Bills. Number 2, Mike McCarthy, Dallas Cowboys. And to finish off the recap, number 1, Nick Sirianni, Philadelphia Eagles. Don't be surprised. Matter of fact, I'm going to make sure I save this clip. I'm going to save this list. We're going to visit this after week 18. When it starts breaking news, so-and-so is fired. Trying to tell you. It's going to be a couple of cats that's going to, I won't be surprised some of these cats on my list. Get that pink slip. That little security badge ain't gonna work at the front door. They're gonna get you up out of there. All right. Next up, I ran into this clip. This evening, and it was a clip on First Take ESPN, which is weird because I don't do a lot of hot, take and First Take and Undisputed. I don't do a lot of it, but I saw this clip on Facebook, and it was a very interesting question that they had. It was asked, which quarterback would you trust the most to beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs? They had this guy, Gary Struisky. I probably butchered the hell out of your last name, but I apologize. Gary Struisky was on First Take with Stephen A. And here's his answer of the quarterback that he thinks could beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Back, do you trust the most to beat Patrick Mahomes?
Okay, I have to preface this with understanding that this is my first time on First Take. And what I'm about to say could very well mean this is my last take on First Take. And I'm taking divisions and conferences out of it. If you give me one quarterback, you Patrick Mahomes, whether it's at Arrowhead,
Don't look at me,
site, whatever. Randy co-signed this take.
No, he did not.
Give me Dak Prescott. I want Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Stephen A.
What?
To beat him. Listen, listen. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. So I took this question when our producers posed it to us, and I extrapolated. I said, okay, we're playing one game, which means obviously NFC, AFC. That means the Cowboys have ran through the playoffs. I am putting them in the Super Bowl now. So no longer can you talk about, okay, they don't have playoff success. Dak Prescott doesn't have playoff success. Stephen A., I know you're about to unleash fury on me. But we are in the financial capital of the world, people. And what we need to remember here is past production does not predicate future success or performance. Okay, all the talk about Dak Prescott, he can't win in the playoffs. This guy was 12-5 last season. And what do you need to beat the Chiefs? You need to be able to go toe-to-toe with not just Mahomes, but with their offense. Oh, it just so happens Dak Prescott even led the #1 scoring offense in all of the National Football League.
Okay.
Take a look at QBR. He had the best completion percentage of these two quarterbacks going head-to-head. The research department really blessing the kid right now. With
That is impressive. By the way, I need to just marinate on that for a minute.
You
That's
out.
a strong case right now with those numbers.
Let's let those numbers sit for just 1 second. Okay, now I'm back into my argument. So Dak Prescott has proven that he can lead offenses to score. What's the flip side of that? How do you stop Patrick Mahomes? The Dallas Cowboys have the closest thing to Lawrence Taylor we have seen since Lawrence Taylor, and his name is Micah Parsons. Okay, they can get to the quarterback. What do you have to do to stop Patrick Mahomes? The San Francisco 49ers failed twice in the Super Bowl to do that, but the Cowboys can do it. They are the one team that ranked top 5 in offensive production and defensive production in the NFL last season that I think has a true shot to stop a Patrick Mahomes-led Kansas City Chiefs team. That's my take. Stephen A., if you want me to leave, I know where the door's at, and I can certainly do that, but you'll just have a ton more air to fill.
Well, go find the door. Gary Struisky. Go find the door. Yeah, you said it. You said it. You said it. You said it yourself. This might be my first take, and it might be my last take. Well, it just might be. I think you're crazy. Because let's look at what Gary Struisky is basing his take off of. All right? He is basing his take off of numbers. Off of numbers. All right? We're not talking about the game. We're talking about numbers. Look at this. This is what he is basing his take off. Over the last 50 starts. Look at the numbers. This is what he's basing it off. All right? I get it. I get it. You want to base your take off of these numbers. But guess what? I can't just go based off of those numbers. What do my eyes tell me? My eyes tell me that when it comes to the real nip and tuck, high pressure games, I can't believe that Dak Prescott is going to be the quarterback that can beat Mahomes. No way. No way. First of all, Dak struggles with the Eagles. Well, he actually plays well against the Eagles. I take that back. But he can't get past the 49ers. Mahomes has killed the 49ers in 2 Super Bowls. He has beaten the Eagles in another Super Bowl. The teams that you can't even go neck and neck with, Mahomes is beating them. So I don't give a damn about these numbers. You can't beat Mahomes and the Chiefs when it matters. Because you know when it would matter, it would matter in the Super Bowl. I don't see the Cowboys get to the Super Bowl. Has anybody seen that? Has anybody seen the Cowboys get to any Super Bowl anytime soon? Like I said, we got a whole generation of kids that have been born and grown up and have kids of their own since the last time the damn Cowboys have even made a Super Bowl. I can't trust Dak Prescott. There's some other names I want to throw out that people are going to throw out. They're going to throw out Lamar Jackson. Huh? I mean, didn't we just see the AFC Championship game? Huh? You saw that. Granted, I get it. The Ravens and Chiefs, they always have a nip and tuck game. That's cool. But in the playoffs, we saw what happened. We're not crazy. I love Lamar Jackson. But until he beats Mahomes in the playoffs, I can't roll with him. What about C.J. Stroud? I absolutely love C.J. Stroud. But here's the problem. The only small evidence that we've seen of success was regular season success for C.J. Stroud and the Texans. He couldn't get past Lamar in the Ravens last year. Couldn't do it. I know what the Texans have done to improve their roster, which I think that the Texans they ain't playing. But here's a take from Stephen A. on the quarterback that he thinks can beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And I actually agree with him for once. I don't do a lot of agreeing with Stephen A. Smith, but I think Stephen A. Smith is right on this quarterback that can beat Mahomes and the Chiefs. Because we've seen it. Y'all know who he is. You know, he looks like Slim Shady right now because of his hair. So I don't know what the hell. I don't know if he's going through a midlife crisis already. Check out this quote. What Stephen A. had to say.
That is utterly ridiculous. You should be ashamed of yourself. The fact of the matter is that Dak Prescott doesn't even belong in this conversation. You can't have 2 playoff victories in 8 years and be in the same conversation as a 3-time Super Bowl champion when one Super Bowl requires a minimum of 3 postseason wins in that season. He hasn't had 3 in 8 years. Mm-hmm. So for you to even bring him up, okay, as somebody that could beat Patrick Mahomes, Dak Prescott should thank his heavenly stars if he were allowed on the same field in the same stadium as Patrick Mahomes. So let's get that out the way. Secondly, the obvious answer to this is Joe Burrow for the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's look at the numbers here. Patrick Mahomes against Josh Allen, undefeated, 3-0 in the postseason, 4-3 overall, but 3-0 against Josh Allen in the postseason. Against Lamar Jackson, the man is 4-1. Okay, against Joe Burrow, he's 1-3, including a loss in the AFC title game. You know the AFC title game, right? That's a playoff game. Mm-hmm. You know, that's that conference title game is the game that decides who goes to the Super Bowl. Right. That's the game Joe Burrow beat Patrick Mahomes in, the 3-time Super Bowl champion. Okay, so when you're Patrick Mahomes, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about a guy that's eclipsed, in a lot of people's eyes, the great Joe Montana. In my eyes, eclipsed Aaron Rodgers, who's a bad man. And you know how I felt about Aaron Rodgers, okay? The only person he didn't eclipse was Tom Brady. Why did he not eclipse Tom Brady? Because not only has Tom Brady beaten him in an AFC Championship game, Tom Brady also went to Tampa and beat him in a Super Bowl, okay? So he couldn't eclipse Tom Brady. Outside of Tom Brady, the only person that's beaten Patrick Mahomes in his years as a starter is Joe Burrow. So when I look at it from that perspective, that's the easy answer to this question.
I see no lies. Like I said, it's rare that I agree with Stephen A., but it has to be Joe Burrow. It could be the only quarterback I can trust to beat Patrick Mahomes. But here's the caveat. Joe Burrow, 4 seasons he's been in the league. 2 years he's been healthy. 2 years he hasn't. That's the only caveat. Will Joe Burrow, will he even be on the field to compete with Patrick Mahomes? That's the only thing that's holding him back is will he be on the damn field? If he's on the field, Cincinnati always has a chance to beat Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs. If it's a huge if, and that's the only quarterback that I can see that can give him a run and actually beat Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs. Don't sleep on CJ Stroud and the Texans. They coming up. But we got to see more evidence that you can actually get past quarterbacks like Lamar. You just got to wait and see if he can do that. But right now, if your name is not Tom Brady or Joe Burrow, I don't think you beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Just saying. One guy's retired. One guy is a question mark on durability. Just calling it how I see it. All right, last topic, as we got about 4 minutes left in the show. Every year there's a team. There's a team that you know, kind of either is mediocre or bad, and then they turn it around a year before it. The latest team to do it, the Detroit Lions. Before them, it was the Cincinnati Bengals, and before them, it was the Buffalo Bills. Here's a team I think y'all should watch out for as a sleeper team. There it is. The Atlanta Falcons. Y'all should watch out for the Atlanta Falcons. I kind of talked about them last night, but I'm going to go a little bit in depth for the next couple of minutes before we get out of here. I love what they're doing. Get Matthew Judon. Able for third-round pick, go get him. And then today, they signed an all-pro safety who somehow has been sitting on the free agency market literally all the way up to training camp. Signed Justin Simmons. Former Denver Bronco. I've seen a lot of Justin Simmons play. And he gave Patrick Mahomes fits. Picked him off a couple of times. Gave Patrick Mahomes fits. Justin Simmons added to that defense. You bolster up that defense some more. Now you got another safety to go with Jesse Bates, who had a good season with them last year. A.J. Terrell, who is a very underrated corner on their defense. Add Matthew Judon right next to Grady Jarrett on that front four. Man, they got something serious cooking down in the dirty South in hot Atlanta. They got something cooking. I ain't even mentioned what they got on offense yet, which obviously starts with Bijan Robinson. That's a bad dude. I think Kyle Pitts, at some point in time, he's going to break out. This might be the year. This might be the year. Watch out for him. I definitely will watch out for that. You know, I love what they got. Drake London, another young guy who I think might have a breakout year. You had a couple of solid slot receivers in Darnell Mooney and Rondale Moore. If they stay healthy, they got good speed and can catch the football. They can move the football if those cats stay healthy. But it also starts with Bijan Robinson, who is literally, I think, a do-it-all back for them, who they drafted high in the draft a couple of years ago. Man, and we also can't forget, as we talked early in the show, they're in the NFC South. A very winnable division. Very winnable division. Do we not forget that the Buccaneers, how mediocre they were, won a division at 9-8 last year? Huh? Come on now. I'm trying to tell you, watch out for them Atlanta Falcons. Now, if what they got on paper actually turns into actual execution and on the field, you're going to be seeing a lot of dirty birding going on in Atlanta. They going to be dirty birding up and down Peachtree. Watch out for them Atlanta Falcons. Watch out for them. That's my sleeper team, 2024. I think they might do something. And it definitely helps them that they are in such a weak division that 9-10 wins easily can win that division. Easily. Watch out for the Atlanta Falcons. All right, folks. Man, great week being back with the Late Night Owl Show Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and tonight. I brought y'all some great content. Make sure you go tap in if you want to replay them. All our I.O.W. Sports Network social media platforms at the bottom of your screen, right here at the tip of my tongue. You want to tap in with me personally, KC Wildcard Mar on the Twitter. That's where I'll be posting a lot of my content. Tap in with me. Until then, I'm going to see y'all Monday, man. Go enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. And most importantly, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Let's show more peace and love out in this world, man. Been real. I'll see y'all Monday. Peace.
Yeah. Solid Hill TD, yes, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card Mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo, let's go. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card.